So let's continue with partnership tax. We're talking about pro rata distributions. Now, as I mentioned, pro rata distributions, the first time that you learn about them can be very intimidating. However, as I mentioned, there's a waterfall rule chart that really helps you in terms of determining the tax consequences, the hardest part, which is the allocation of the basis, the partner's basis in the partnership over the assets received and the partnership interest remaining if it's non-liquidating. If it's liquidating, then just over those assets, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I've also given you some special rules of when there's gain or loss, but really the highlight is that waterfall chart, that tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 waterfall. Now, we've learned about waterfall rules before in other topics, like we learned about waterfalls when we talked about the partnership tax year and the different rules. A waterfall rule just means you start at the top and you go down. If everything is fulfilled in that waterfall, then nothing continues. So the same thing applies here. We start with the basis and the partnership interest of that respective partner receiving the distribution at the top. Just like a waterfall. And different waterfalls have different levels. Some just go straight down, like Niagara Falls just goes straight down. But many waterfalls, they have different levels. So if you want, you can go take a look, stop the video, and go look at some various waterfalls. But you might have one that goes down to the first level, continues to the second, and then goes down to the bottom to the river or the lake where it ends or continues on, and that's guaranteed. That's what we have here. We have a 3-tier waterfall system. If it's a liquidating distribution. If it's non-liquidating, it's actually a 4-tier because the 4th tier is that partnership interest. And that's what makes the difference. So I just want to stress to you how important this chart is in using. It might take a little bit of time at first to use, but it really helps. It really helps in the end. Use that chart, use those rules, because that waterfall approach, the distributions, really helps. Now this is really for the pro rata distributions, but when we do disproportionate distributions in a different topic, we also end up using this chart as well, because you're going to see that it's broken into steps, and some of the steps actually treat as hypothetical pro rata distributions. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's look more into the problems with respect to how this actually works.